Hello? Wait. Did it work? Hold on. Hold on. I might be the engineer. Hold on. I don't know if it's working on my actual thing yet. Can you guys hear me? Oh no. Oh, it's still messed up. No! Hello? Oh man. One sec. Oh! I have fixed it. Using my extreme intellect. The day has been saved. Oh my goodness. Guys. You can't hear. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Yes, you can. You can hear just fine. What do you mean you can't hear? Oh my goodness. You're a clown. I did it. You should have seen what was happening to my computer. I thought the whole thing was going to come down and light on fire. Like, it was really bad. The whole thing, I pulled up my task manager. It said I was using 89% of the first column, 79% of the second column, and 100% of my disk space. It said I was using 89% of my CPU, 90% of my memory, and 100% of my disk space. That's what it said. And I was sitting here like, I thought it was going to blow up. Luckily, it has survived. I wouldn't even do anything to it. I literally just turned it on and it did that. The dumb thing, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's very annoying. But, now, all is well. All has been saved. Now, Game Maker also wasn't working a second ago, so we'll see if this is working. Hold on. Pause. Okay, I think it's functioning. Hold a spread area. Boom. Okay. Whew, my goodness. Okay. The plan today. Sorry. Hello, everyone in chat. Hello, Fire King. Hello, Spectream. Hello, Aaron. Hello, Jackie? Question mark? Looks like Jackie had to go, though, so I'm not sure. Hello, everyone in chat. How are you doing today? Okay, bro. Can you just code... Can you just code already? Wait. Also, they just added the regular Flowberry Fizz back to Fort. Yes, Aaron. Despite extreme efforts against us, we have survived. And we made it through the horrific challenges that were presented before us. Okay, so if you were here yesterday, you saw the new version of attacking for our game, in which we have this little wheel thing, right? And we can position our different spots on the wheel, and then we can spin the wheel. And if it lands on one of the tiles that actually does something, I added in a way to add more than one tile to place at one time, right? So now I can place all four of them just back to back to back like this. And then I can spin the wheel. And if it lands on one of them, boom, it pushes it again. It's essentially just a reroll thing. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So what I want to do is, so I want to make it so that the rerolls actually have an effect, like they're actually useful. So I've added in, now we already had the attack tiles, right? The attack slice. It looks like, hold on. I can actually just change it like this. The attack slices, or attack tiles, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to call them yet, but slices is the name I'm currently using. When you land on one of those, you deal damage, obviously. And when you land on one of the blue ones, you don't deal damage, but you get to re-roll your spin. So I wanted to add in another kind of slice, but it's not really a slice. It's more of like a clicker kind of thing, and now it's not working. Awesome. Whatever. I'll figure that out, I guess. But my new... Hold on. Actually, I think I know what the problem is. The marker? Well, maybe I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. We'll solve that. We'll solve that later. My new idea is we have a new kind of like slice. It's like a pie slice kind of thing. I missed yesterday's stream. I need context, please. Okay, the context is we got a lot of comments on our game yesterday that say essentially that like the vibe and the like idea behind the game are really cool, but the actual execution of the gameplay is not fun, which is accurate. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I specialize I specialize in kind of the vibe. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a vibe based specialist. You know what I mean? Cuz like that's where like the animation comes into play. That's where the sound design comes into play. The things I like really like. The gameplay a little weaker. I'm not going to lie. A little weaker. So I'm trying to essentially I don't believe I'm going to move on to the next round. To put it very simply, I don't believe I will. I think I'll probably place in the higher end of the like people that don't make it, but that's okay. So I want to like turn the game into something that is fun. It won't affect my standings in the competition, obviously, but I essentially just want to make the game more interesting. So currently I'm turning it into a little roulette wheel spinner for attacking. Make a game where you can spin to gain stuff and you can lose one or win one. It's like an incremental game where you can buy upgrades, you can reset, and you can buy more upgrades. So it's like Balatro, but with a roulette wheel, is what you're describing. Which I think exists, by the way. I think there's already a game like that. I think that's true. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Hold on. I need to figure out what's wrong with this. 319.45. Hold on. 319.45. 319.45. Boom. Okay. So now I want to figure out why this wasn't working before. So why isn't it spinning again? Cringe. I don't know. Huh. What if I just did this? And did 319.45 like that. It's still not working. I don't know why. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out, I guess. But what I wanted to implement today... well, if we're out of the competition, that means we are unshackled from the QTEs. There's multiple slot machine roguelikes. Yeah, we are unshackled from QTEs. I don't know if I'm going to keep them or not, to be honest, because they're not really fun. I'm not gonna lie. I know QTEs suck really bad. I'm right there with you. But it is an extra skill element to the game, and I don't know how much skill I should keep in the game versus how much of the gambling we should keep in. You know what I mean? Yo, something! How was your trip, dude? How's it going? that would be very cool. If we had the no QTEs thing, but I don't know what we would implement instead. You know what I mean? Great, dude. Glad to hear something. Glad to hear. Did you learn like a bunch of stuff? Did you visit a lot of museums and stuff? When I went on my like school trip, when I was around your age, if I remember correctly, with you saying 8th grade, it was very much museum oriented, which is hype for me. I love museums, but I know a lot of people aren't big fans of museums. So it kind of just depends, I guess. Okay. Oh, what the heck? Where? Oh, well, perfect then. Okay. So I have this other kind of slice here, right? Now, this other kind of slice, the way I want it to work is I want this one to essentially trigger every time it passes the marker. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain, but it's going to deal damage every time it touches the marker of the wheel. That way, when you get a reroll, it's still really useful. The trip for one of the hotels, I literally slept in my suitcase rather than the bed. What? I also went to this museum where a major earthquake that happened there in 2001. Traumatizing. That's crazy. Why'd you sleep in your suitcase rather than the bed? Was there not enough beds or something? Bro was having the true struggle experience. Hold on, let me think. I want to take this away. want to take this away. Okay. Okay. Then how do we add them in? Oh, I know what to do. Go here. Say... Um... What am I doing? Oh, wait, I know what to do. We need to say... And... Array... Oopsies, no. Add slice array of 0 not equal 2. Else, if... Sorry, I'm doing some coding while also holding a conversation right now. It's called the Bouge Earthquake. I hope I'm saying that right. The other hotels were heaven compared to that. Anyways, I even got my birthday gift. It's an action camera, and it's so cool. That's sick, dude. I got a camera for one of my birthdays when I was young, and I always thought that was like one of the coolest gifts I ever got. I mean, you could probably tell it had a big impact on me since, you know, I do YouTube and stuff now. GoatBlob, I would like you to make that incremental game. Spectrum, unfortunately, I do not have time to make everyone's game suggestion. Currently, I'm probably just going to finish up this project before looking into any other future project endeavors. Hold on. What do I need to say? So, if that's true, then what we need to do is we need to say instance create underscore layer xy hold on. I'm looking at my own code and stealing again, sorry. Instance creator slices and then the object. Okay, cool. So right now we're just making it so you can spawn in this new type of clicker object that I made. And it's going to help kind of just determine how much damage is supposed to be being done here. Instances obj underscore r underscore clicker. Like that. Then we say delete this part of the array and ready to add equals false. Okay. Now let's see if this works. Hopefully it does. Okay, now it should want us to build... Hold on. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's too low. It's underneath. Okay, we don't want it to be underneath the wheel. We want it to be on top of the wheel. So we need to figure out... Should be on slices, actually. Okay, cool. Hold. Go to game, go to here. Put it on slices. Okay, now this should work. Oh, and now we're stuck. I don't know what's going on. Can slices overlap? Currently, yes, but we're going to fix that as well. Can the slices overlap? Sorry, I read it twice, I know. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to solve the issue of them overlapping. I don't know. I'll figure it out, though. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta figure out why it didn't work. Because it only spawned one clicker instead of two. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, then it used both of them at once. I don't know why, though. Oh, because it deleted here and didn't. Interesting. Ah, shoot, I don't know how to fix that. I'm engaging in bad coding practices. If slice, then no place. So true, Fire King. So true. Have you considered a career in coding yourself? Actually, you might be the next big thing on the block. I guess we could just. Well, I don't know if that would work. I can't code. Anyone can code. You just gotta learn, bro. Um, I did not know how to code 2 years ago, but I know how to code now. And honestly, I don't know how to code well, but you know what? Coding is coding. Ball is ball. Um, why don't we just... Actually, this is really easy. This is way easier than I'm making it. I'm making this difficult for no reason. It's like Ratatouille though. It's like have you seen Ratatouille? Where it's like anyone can cook. That's true for coding too. Anyone can code. Just takes practice, just like any other skill. I'm not gonna lie. I had to watch tutorial after 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 tutorial until I actually learned how to do anything. But you know what? I'm happy I did because now I can make whatever I want, which is pretty cool. 10 out of 10 would suggest picking up new hobbies that you don't know how to do. Very fun and engaging. Still didn't work. Cringe! Why is it not working? Why are you not working? Um. Ugh, what is happening? GoatBlob sponsored by code learning websites when? Probably never. A lot of those code learning websites are super unnecessary. They want you to pay money. They want you to pay money. Okay, no, 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 listen, listen. This is gonna get me kicked off of all of these sponsored things. You don't need to, listen, you don't need to pay money to learn anything, okay? It can be helpful, okay, sure. It can be helpful, but you do not need to pay a dime nor a dollar to learn a new skill. You guys have access to the internet, which I guess is paying for something, but like you guys have access to the internet. You can literally learn any skill you want. I've recently been getting really into the fact that we only get like one life. We only get one life, and you can do whatever you want with it, okay? Literally anything you want, you can do. Do you want to learn how to Ethiopian throat sing? You can. There's nothing stopping you. Or do you want to learn how to do jumping jacks on your hand instead of your feet? Why not? Go ahead and try. I'm a big fan of the fact that we can do whatever we want. We got free will, fellas. If you want to learn something, go learn it. Use YouTube. Use everything you have in your arsenal and just do what you want. Is that a real thing? Jumping jacks on your hands? No, that's definitely not a real thing. Ethiopian throat singing? I've got no idea. Mongolian throat singing is a thing, but I don't think Ethiopian throat singing is a thing. I just kind of actually put those two things together. If you are an Ethiopian throat singer and you take offense to that, I apologize. That's on me. Know the other thing. I can't figure out why my code won't work. Why does it want to use both at one time? I don't understand. I don't understand. What does spawn slice do? Interesting. Well, I can fix it. There's one way to fix it. I don't want to fix it this way, but I can. Hold on. Um, 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 yep, we gotta do this. We go here, we go SPR underscore clicker. Cool. Now we go back up to here. Back further up, further up, further up, further up, further up. Go to game. Delete this. Delete this as well. Delete this too. My computer is so hot right now. And I'm not even running anything. We are about to witness some jank. Hey, Pangy. No, Aaron, this is going to be peak. This is going to be peak. Watch this. See? Oh. Oh. Yeah, I know ball. I know ball. I can figure things out when I absolutely have to. I know this is off topic, but can the wizard do a backflip and do a handstand? Spectream, I'm not sure how that would be beneficial. But yeah, I don't see why not. We could probably make that happen somehow. I'm trying to figure out why this isn't triggering. Hold on. Yeah, my computer's lagging. I don't know why, though. What's running? Is Steam updating something? No. I don't know. Very bizarre, very bizarre. Wait, I know it would probably solve this issue. Hold on, before my computer explodes. Let me turn this off. Quit. Okay, wait. I closed Opera. Did that help anything? Probably not. Probably not. That's okay, though. That's okay, though. We're still locked in. Okay. Sorry about that. Was looking through my things, making sure everything was working properly. Okay, hold on. Now we need to draw. We need to say, I'm here for a limited time. Welcome back, Jackie. Ooh, honest answer. You are running Windows 11. Is Fortnite updating? I don't know. How do I check that? That'll eat your performance. It says Epic Games doesn't even open on my computer right now. I don't know, dude. I don't know. This whole operation is cooked. Draw text. We're going to call it touching slice. We're going to go to the create event step. Hold on. Create. Touching slice equals false. Hold. Touching slice equals true. Else. Touching slice equals false. Perfect. Let me check this out. Okay, this up here, watch this number. If this thing is touching the slice, it should work. I think. I actually don't know. Hold on. Actually, my code's messed up. This is not going to work. Hold on. This is not going to work. Wait, hold. Wait, what? What am I doing? Give me this code. Put it here. Remove all of this. Just say touching slice equals true. Else touching slice equals false. Now, whenever it's touching a slice, it should equal true. Yes, okay. So it knows when it's touching a slice. It's just not activating. And I don't know why. Can't wait for the day when Aaron makes music for GoatBlob and GoatBlob makes cover art for Aaron. I know it will happen one day, I just don't know when. Ooh, ultimate collab crossover. No, I'm telling you, when this game gets into a state that's completely playable, I'm gonna hire Aaron. He's gonna make all the music for me. I'm gonna go pitch it to one of the publishing companies for video games. They're gonna be like, this is crazy. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I will need $4.8 billion though to give to my music guy. Because he's like the best to ever do it. And they'd be like, 4.8 Billy? And I'm like, Billy. They're like, okay, we have it. We'll give it to you. So I'm going to give Aaron the $4.8 billion. And he's going to make my soundtrack for me. That's what's going to happen. Aaron, prepare yourself for that. Prepare yourself for $4.8 billion dollars. It changes a person. So just make sure you're humble before. Just make sure you're humble. Don't get too don't forget where you are or where you came from when you get really famous. Don't forget about all of us. Breaking out my record player to test my new to me records. Ooh. Did you go to the record store today? Maybe check out some hold on, let me think. Sorry, I was trying to think about how I want to actually do this. Did you go to the record store today and check out some of the like blues they have there? Some of the jazz even? I recently watched La La Land again. If you've seen La La Land, you know that's a mistake. What? There are 91 sausages in my backyard. What are you doing with them, Spectrine? I got some for free at the end of last month from a vendor who closed his booth. That's kind of cool. Okay, can we please land on one of the blue ones so I can tell if it rotates or oh my goodness. This is rage bait. This is rage bait. Oh my goodness. That's it. So why isn't it working? And a Loretta Young, Gregory Peck Christmas record. Interesting. You're a little late for Christmas, or really early, I guess. You could be really early. I don't know why you're not rotating. Please rotate when you land here. Please. I don't know why it's not doing that. I'm going to have a hernia. That's bad if you are not a medical professional. It's bad. Shh. Ugh, what is happening? Wait, maybe the wheel isn't spinning. Could that be true? Hold on. Draw self. Draw text. X, Y. Spinning. Which I know sounds silly, but spinning is one of the conditions in the game. It's not like a this isn't like a clown like maybe the wheel isn't spinning and very obviously it's spinning. This is like it's a condition within the game of whether or not the wheel actually has spun yet or not. Okay, yep, it's spinning. Now it's not. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. I figured it out. Hold on. The wheel thinks it's done spinning before it's done spinning. There's the issue right here. This needs removed. Wait, what? No, it didn't. That needs to stay there. What? How has it stopped spinning? What the heck? What on earth? What's making it stop spinning then? Only the marker should be able to tell it to stop spinning. It says it right here. It says stop spinning right here. So what is happening? What? What is going on? Just make it work? Ooh, good idea. You're right. No, let me lock in. I'll just fix it. I am 1/5 of the way to the 100 prisoners, I mean volunteers. Confused Blob is peak comedy. Guys, this is not funny. This is serious. Also, it's hot. I'm going to open the window again. Don't worry. I'm not going to break it this time, I hope. I gotta find something to shove in there, though. Ooh. May I introduce you to my new window prop? The window doesn't stay open on its own. 1 second. Oh, hold on. Gotta open the blinds. It's pretty bright out there. Ugh, come on. Open it. Open. Okay, so unfortunately, it's the exact same temperature outside as it is in my dorm. So it doesn't actually help anything. It's still very hot. Global warming, lol. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess that's why it's hot in February. I'm still in my jacket indoors, and it's a big one. Well, it was cold last week and the week before, but today and yesterday, all of a sudden, it is like 4.8 billion degrees. So now it's really hot. Dude, I went to class earlier today. Oh my goodness. It was on the 3rd floor. If you aren't aware, heat rises, by the way. Fun little fact for you. Fun little fact for you. Don't say you didn't ever learn anything on the GoatBlob channel. Heat rises. I started out on the bottom floor, right? Because I have to walk up the stairs. It's about the same temperature as outside, okay? About the same temperature as outside. I walk up the first flight of stairs. The heat has gone up at least 3 degrees. Like, at least 3. I'm talking Fahrenheit, by the way, so probably like, I don't know, half a degree Celsius or something like that. I don't know the conversion off the top of my head. Anyways, 3 degrees in American Eagle speak. I go up the next 2 flights of stairs. Holy! It was like 30 degrees warmer up there than it was on the bottom floor. Yeah, it was for my happiness class. I'm gonna tell you right now, it was not happy in there. I was very unhappy because it was unbelievably hot. Like, I cannot express to you how hot it was in that room. We had every window open, did not help. It felt like I was sitting behind the exhaust pipe of a car. Just like, dreadful. Dreadful. Streamer doesn't care about converting his stream to appeal to the masses. Duck news later. Sorry, fellas, sorry. There's probably some sort of conversion calculator you can look up. I guess I could probably look it up, too. I'm gonna make you guys do it, though. Okay, hold on. We're just gonna create a new thing. It's gonna just be easier if we create a new thing, I think. Yeah, we're just gonna create a new thing. It's fine. We're gonna go into the marker. We're gonna say marked. Marked equals false. If not marked, then marked equals true. Perfect. Okay. I need to say... What else do I need to say? Oh, I know what to say. Then we say... obj underscore marker dot marked equals true. I forgot the R. R underscore. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now we go. Let's see if this works. Oh, I don't know if that missed or if that actually counted and didn't... Hold on. Oh my goodness, can we please hit something here? Why is it not working? Oh my goodness! This is so infuriating. Ugh. Hold on. Oh. No. Oh, I know what it is. I actually made it marked equals true. It needs to be marked equals false. This might be better. This might be better. obj underscore r underscore marker dot marked. Okay. We sorry we don't know speed as cheeseburgers per bald eagle. Maybe you should figure it out. All I'm saying is it might be the best possible way of learning, like... It might be the best possible way of measuring things. Have we considered that? I know it's not, guys. This is rage bait. Please don't throw a fit. It's rage bait. It's pretty low level rage bait too, so don't worry. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with this dumb thing? Ugh. What is happening right now? What is happening? I genuinely don't know what's wrong. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Hold on, what happens if we switch to... I have an idea why it might not be working. But I don't know if it's accurate. Okay, one sec. Okay. I know why it's not working. But I don't know why it's functioning like this. Okay, so the issue is... Holy, I can't believe we hit that, by the way. Apparently the Loretta Young record is her narrating a story called The Littlest Angel. That's kind of neat. Oh my goodness, why is it spinning? Intense seizure noises. Okay, Spectrine. Jackie said, I'll be fasting for unexplained reasons. If I write gibberish on Discord, it's hungry Jackie, screaming for help. Alright, Jackie, I wish you luck on your fast. So I know what the issue is, but I don't know how to solve it. The issue is, it thinks that, the red slices are always closer to the marker than the blue slices, even though that's not true. I don't know why that's the case, but... See, right now it thinks it's intersecting with one of these instead of one of these. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe try something like this. Instead of an else, I put in... Oh, goodness. Instead of an if, or an else if, I just put an else. So it might function differently. I don't know why it would, though. It didn't. Dang it. Why is the instance nearest way over there? I don't understand what's going on here. Yeah, I got no idea. Could it be the order that the code is checking it in? Maybe, I guess? Hold on, let me remove this. I kind of doubt it, though, because... I kind of doubt it because I just removed the else. I thought maybe that was the problem, too, but I removed the else and it's still doing it. So I don't know what the issue is now. Yeah, I don't know. What is going on? Instance nearest 319.45. Where's 319.45? It's right here. 319.45 is on the dot for the marking. So would the nearest one not be whichever one is on it? I don't know. The GoatBlob pixel coding error was peak back when it was player equals follow mouse, enemy equals when touching player equals player die. Man, I think the peak coding era was whenever I was able to actually code things, I guess. I don't know what the issue is right now. What is the problem here? Hold on, let's just see. You know what? I've got an idea. We're going to check it by saying if If it thinks the other one is closer, spin really, really hard. Okay. 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 Yes, we know the issue. The issue is, for some reason, it believes that it's always landing on the red one. But I've got no idea why. Make it do 2004 speed every time. This is gonna crash my computer. Let's find out what it looks like, though. It might just never stop spinning, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know why it always thinks it's landing on red instead of blue. Is the blue one identified correctly by the code? Should be. Hold on, one sec. Let's go into the slices. So we say type equals 0. If it's 1, it should be this. Yes. Set angle. Okay. I got a marker. Hold on. We say if I haven't been marked yet, my spin force equals 0. So it's saying if I'm not spinning anymore and I haven't marked anything, then if I'm touching a slice, if the instance closest to me is type 1, which is the blue one, I should spin again. If the instance closest to me is type 0, which is red, I should spin harder, and then marked equals true. It worked on the blue one before. It works on the blue one only if there is no red one. It's almost like it doesn't know what's closest to it. Wait. Oh my goodness. I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. Okay. In order to make the wheel spin, the point of origin of the wheel is at the dead center. Okay? Because it spins around. Yes, you have it, Aaron. You have it. Because it spins around the point of origin no matter what. So I can't have the point of origin be anywhere but the dead center of the roulette wheel. Now, if we are also seeing other things spin, such as the slices, their point of origin is also where it touches the center of the wheel. It's here. It's not out here, it's right here. Now, the point of origin for that is the same on all slices. So essentially all their points of origin are sitting right here. They're sitting in this little box in the center. The way instance nearest works, which is how you check to see what's closest, is it asks, how far is my point from the point of origin? Yes. So, Fire King, you're right, yeah. So what happens is it's going, okay, well, the point of origin is way over there. So which one do I pick? So it's just picking whichever one is on top. Whichever one I laid first, which happens to be the red one. LMAO, that's dumb. Yes. Yes, it is. But it's also an issue. Because now I have to figure out how I'm going to make it so that... Oh, no. How do I do this? Hold on, I think we can do this. If What does the other word do? Other. What is it, though? Sorry, I gotta do some research real quick. Hold on. Hold on. One sec, friends. What does other do in GMS2? Provides a reference to the instance or structure that is not the current context. Is primarily used with a with statement to refer to the caller or in a collision event. Hold on, I'm pulling up the actual. Hold on. A collision event. Ah. That's not good. I can't use it. Gotta figure out another way to do this. Shoot. My brain is not big enough for this. So how would I do it? All the points of origin at the exact same spot. The only things that are different are their collision boxes. Okay. Could I check on their collision box? Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, sure, why not? Hold on. Adding event. A collision event with the object slice. Okay. If... Why don't I just move all this into here? Hold on. What happens if I do this? This could work. Hold. I just change this from this to other. And this to other. Just so everyone's aware, you should never, ever, 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 ever look to me for coding wisdom. If this works, it should be a crime. They should immediately lock me up. Well, let's find out. Hold on. Okay, that landed on red. That didn't land. Hold. Come on, land on blue, please. There's red again. Land on blue. It works! Yes! Yeah, you guys should definitely never look to me for coding advice ever. That's abysmal. And the fact that that worked is an actual problem. I did not deserve to be rewarded for this. That's dumb. How? Okay. I'll show you why it's dumb. Okay, so now the way my code works is, okay. The way my code works is it has a collision check for the events. So it's essentially saying, every time I am touching one of the slices as the marker, every time I touch one of the slices, I'm going to run this check over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And the check is essentially just saying, are you done spinning? 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 And as long as the wheel is like, no, it doesn't do anything. But the instant the wheel is like, yes, I'm done spinning, the marker goes, okay, I'm touching something. Who am I touching? And instead of trying to figure out who it's touching, it just says other guy. So literally the word other, literally meaning whoever is not me, that's what we're going to do. Whoever I can touch that isn't me, that's what we're going to do. That's the way my code works. I just don't like it because I have to use a collision check instead of a step event. Step events run every step of the game. So it's like, they're always running all the time. It's what most games work with a lot. Collision events only happen when you collide with something. So when you're touching something else. What a weird function. I know. I do not like using other events most of the time. But it works, so we're not gonna mess with it. Um, we also need to say, hold on. We need something called a click timer. Click timer equals 0. And we need to say if click timer equals 0 and other dot type equals 2, click equals 0. We'll say click plus plus click timer equals 10. If no, can't put that there because it's a collision event. Oh my goodness. I almost made a timer in my collision event, but you can't do that. Click timer, oopsies. If click timer is greater than 0, click my ceramic griddle that sits beside my desk just fell down, and I don't know why. It's fine. Click timer minus minus. GoatBlob, I found a problem. Wait, what's the problem? As long as it works, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Feels like something made for particle games, like Noida. Genuinely? Oh, goodness. Genuinely, it is cringe. Why do you have a ceramic griddle? It's because, for the honors program, of which I am the vice president, I had to, we did a grill, or not a grill, but like a breakfast for the alumni kind of deal. And I was cooking a bunch of bacon and sausage, so I got my own ceramic griddle for it. And, I bought it, and I was like, well, I mean, I might as well just, like, keep it lying around in case we ever need to use it again, right? So now I just have the ceramic griddle in my dorm room. If any RAs are watching, I do not use it in the dorm room, by the way, just so we're clear. I do not, for legal purposes, I do not, use the ceramic griddle in the dorm room, just so we're clear. Wouldn't want to get in any trouble there. Okay, hold on. Now this third... Oh, I actually just added the click. That's really annoying. So now this thing is counting how many times we cross these yellow beacons. Ugh, except for when it lands on them, which is a problem. I don't know. We'll solve that problem later. I'm glad the wheel works again. Thank goodness. All right, fellas. It is time. Aren't griddles not usually metal? I honestly have no idea. I just got the one that says ceramic. Wait, hold on. What does it say? It's this one. It says 20-inch ceramic griddle. I'm going to call the RA. Please do not call the RA on call. Please. I don't want to deal with them. They're very annoying. Oh, goodness. Can't you use the lands on check for the orange guy? Can't you use the lands on check for the orange guy? Yes, actually. Yes, we can. That is really smart. Hold on. No, Aaron's got it. And... not marked. Yes. No, you're right, Aaron. That's really smart, dude. Hold on. If we use the check that says... hold on. That should work anyways. Actually, it might not. Oh, no. No! We can use it the other way, though. We can't use it the way you were talking about, the like lands on check, but we can use the roulette's speed against it. Greater than 0. If the spin force is greater than 0.0, I think it's 0.2 actually. Yes, yes. Yes, Pengy had the same idea. Okay, yes, yes, yes. You guys are thinking. You guys are thinking with portals right now. Big win. So now if I set it there, it's not going to click. But once I give it speed, it will click. Yes, your guys' brains are super massive, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. You guys are the smartest to ever do it. Thank you, guys. That's peak. All I had to do was exactly what you guys said. I made it so that it's not that the check from the orange marker is checking. It's checking against the wheel's speed. Yes. Good job, guys. Good job. Dude, this is why all coders should code on stream in front of a crowd. That way, my brain wasn't big enough to come up with that. But the collective minds of chat, Pengy and Aaron, locked in for that. Collaborative Coding Community, CCC. Exactly. You've heard of LCCs? Is that what they are? LLCs. You heard of LLCs. Get ready for CCCs. Collective Coding Communities. Anyways, thank you guys for the help. Very cool. That's where I'm going to leave stream today. I'm going to go grab some lunch. Because I'm hungry. This is what I've had to eat. I eated these right before stream when my computer wasn't working. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go grab some lunch. But thank you guys for the help today. We made some good progress, and I'm happy with the way the direction the game is going. My hair looks kind of strange today, but that's okay. Today, make sure you are doing something important. I mean, not important, something creative, but that's important too. Creativity is important. So whether you do a little clay sculpture, or whether you start a little painting, or, you know, whether you tie your tie a new way, whatever you do, make sure you love it. My name is GoatBlob, also known as Talon. Like and subscribe if you're new here. And for your side quest today, is to get yourself a little sweet treat. Get yourself a little sweet treat. Dang, this is short. Yeah, hold on. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I only stream for 1 hour. Anyways, yes, thank you so much. We fixed one bug. Hey, you know what? That's one less bug I gotta fix later today. So I'll take it. Yeah, get yourself a little sweet treat today. Yeah, that'll be it. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Bye, guys! Click. I'll turn on the music again. Don't worry. I'm a good streamer. Hold on. I just gotta find it real quick. Oh goodness, I forgot to pull it up. I can make some. Do 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 do. Okay, there's your music. Bye guys.